Hello everybody, and welcome to another M19 draft here on the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a competitive draft queue, and I just wanted to remind you before the video begins that if you enjoy it, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates whenever I post new content. But without further ado, let's get into the draft video. Perfect. Okie doke. So one with the machine's not particularly playable. You don't usually get enough artifacts. Declare Dominance is a pretty good green card. It's not like my favorite card, but it is pretty good. So I'm leaning towards this right now. It just has pretty high upside if you get like a Colossal Dreadmaw and put it on it. I do like Aven Windmage a decent amount. Doom Descenter's fine. Skymarch Bloodletter is probably my second pick out of this pack. I think it's the next best because there's like the Drain is pretty relevant. But I'm just going to take the Declare Dominance here and see where it takes me. Okay, now we could immediately take a Colossal Dreadmaw, which does work perfectly with it. The rare is missing out of this pack. Fel Spectre's a fine card. 4 mana 1/3 is a bit small, but the discard is pretty relevant. Psychic Corrosion's a card a lot of people like, but I really don't like. I don't think it's very good. I do kind of want to just take Dreadmaw and go all in, but I think I'm still just going to take the best card. Fel Spectre's not a bad card by any means. I still think it's pretty good. Disperse is fine as one copy in your deck. I don't prioritize high drops usually. You can usually end up getting them. That's why I don't really want to take Dreadmaw here. I could just take Omen Speaker. I think I'm going to take Fel Spectre. I think it's the highest upside card in terms of power level. And like I could just end up not green. Like, what if there's no green cards left and then I just missed out on a Fel Spectre? I think after Fel Spectre, Gallant Cavalry is probably my pick. Then Omen Speaker, then Colossal Dreadmaw. I just really don't prioritize the high drops because you can usually get some. Okay, Metamorphic Alteration. This card's not insane. It's fine because you can use it on offense or defense, but it's not like a insane card. Vampire Sovereign, however, is excellent. Getting this card third is a nice black signal. I'm glad I took the Fel Spectre because now I have a black card to go with it. If I'd taken the Dreadmaw, I would have been like taking a Titanic Growth or something. But I probably would have taken the Vampire Sovereign anyway. But Vampire Sovereign's great. Pretty easy pick out of this pack. It's just you play this on turn 5 and they basically are like, they can't race you. They have to like out control you or grind you usually. It's good with abnormal endurance. Skeleton Archer is a nice card as well. But it's pretty easy Vampire Sovereign in my opinion. Okay, Ether Shield Artificer is pretty much only good in blue-white. That's where the most artifact synergies are because you have like Aviation Pioneer. What do we want now here? I like Take Vengeance a decent amount. I really don't love Rock's Oracle. It's just not big enough for the cost, I think. Like, you play this and then you could just die because it can't even block a 2-drop very well. It's fine on an empty board, though. Siegebreaker Giant's pretty good, but I don't really want to play Black-Red. Black-Red's like a sacrifice-themed deck. I could take a Take Vengeance and try for White-Black. Take Vengeance is a fine card. Rock's Oracle is also fine, but not really, like, I think Take Vengeance is a little bit better. Especially because Black-White ends up a bit slower. Fel Spectre's not really like the most greatest body. Amulet of Safekeeping is not playable in Limited. Bone Dash is an interesting one. I saw a Ben's Dark Draft video and he was talking about how much he loved this card, but I don't like it. It's really hard to hold up this. Like, it's just much worse than Essence Scatter in my opinion, because Essence Scatter, if you're like on a stalled board, you can play like your 3-drop and hold it up on turn 5. But Bone Dash kind of just soaks up your whole turn. I think it's much worse than Aviation Pioneer. Abnormal Endurance is a card that I like a pretty decent amount. It's good with my Fel Spectre and my Vampire Sovereign because you get the enters the battlefield triggers again. I don't like Scholar of the Stars in this type of deck. Divination's fine. Dagger to back Basilisk is pretty good with Declare Dominance, but I don't prioritize it. I think the best card in the pack is Aviation Pioneer, and it's still fairly early. I don't need to like worry about an Abnormal Endurance, so I think I'm going to take the Aviation Pioneer over the Daggerback. I think next pick would be Endurance and then Daggerback. But we're going to snap up the Aviation Pioneer. Volley Veteran is the best card in this pack, probably. This card's just great, but I think I'm going to take something else. Doom Descenter is a fine 2-drop. Maybe I'm supposed to take Volley Veteran. It does leave me a bit too like open-ended, though. I don't really want to take Submerged Boneyard because I am a little bit short on playables right now. I might just take Doom Descenter because I'm guaranteed to play it because I'm pretty much locked into black at this point. Divination's not like an insane card. I think the best card's Volley Veteran, and then it's kind of like you could take a Doom Dissenter. You could take. I would ideally take the Submerged Boneyard, but I think I just need to make sure I hit playable. So I'm gonna take the Doom Dissenter, and I'm glad I did because now I can take Brawl Bash Ogre, and maybe draft a black-red deck. I think this card's the best card of the pack. I think Liliana's Contract just gets you killed. Like you draw 4 cards, don't affect the board. You lose 4 life, which is quite relevant, and then you just die on the next turn a lot of the time. Havoc Devils is another good red card. Doom Dissenter is a good card with Brawl Bash Ogre. I'm going to take the Brawl Bash Ogre and maybe try to draft a black-red sacrifice deck. I kind of wish I had the Volley Veteran, but even that Doom Dissenter works well with the Ogre, so I think I'll take the Brawl Bash, see where it takes me. And now Havoc Devils is a great 4-drop. Maybe be a sign that red is open. I don't really want Mind Rot here. I don't love Marauder's Axe. I'm just going to take Havoc Devils. And now Dragon Egg, another good card for the sacrifice deck. There is still a Basilisk, but I don't really think that card's insane. And boy, am I glad we switched colors. So yeah, this is our deck right now. Felspect is also a fine card to sack. We get some sack synergies. Crash Through is probably more likely to make my deck than Smelt. Like if I have a Gutter Snipe, I might play Crash Through or something like that. I don't think I'm playing blue at this point. Abnormal Endurance is another good card. It rewards the sacrifice type thing. Or like the death triggers are good. I'll take Sovereign's Bite. I don't think I'm going to play it, but now I'll take Crash Through. I actually saw someone earlier today play a very cool Gutter Snipe deck where they had 2 Gutter Snipes and then they played like Sovereign's Bite. Because then it's doing 5 damage if you have a Gutter Snipe in play. Okay, we're going to take Onake Ogre, just a playable 3-drop. I'm glad we moved into red. We did miss out on the Volley Veteran, but we got a Doom Dissenter, which is a good card in this type of archetype. Brawl Bash Ogre is one of the best uncommons for it. I mean, it's like the marquee uncommon for black-red sacrifice. There's also, a Fire Elemental. We could play that potentially if we end up a little bit short. Ooh, Tezzeret. Hello. Let's see if he's worth anything. He's worth like 5 ticks. Let's see. I mean, 5 ticks is a lot. Like 4.5, I guess. I don't think I'm going to be able to play blue here. I think I'm pretty solidly black-red. The card that I would most want from this pack is Gutter Snipe. But I don't think it's even good in my deck, really. So I think it's kind of a free roll Tezzeret. Child of the Night's not great. Viashino Pyromancer's not great. I think Sure Strike's probably, it's between, I think Gutter Snipe is the card I would take because I have a couple Crash Throughs to maybe like play this synergy with it, but I think I'm just going to take the guaranteed value. Graveyard Marshal's awesome. A good payoff for me being in black. Blood Divination's also a fine payoff for this being in sacrifice deck, but Graveyard Marshal is just an excellent card. Gets you back cards from the graveyard to sacrifice some more. Ooh. Gravedigger's awesome. I do think Meteor Golem is pretty good as well, but Gravedigger's just pretty great value, and it's 3 mana cheaper, so it's more easy to cast. And this deck can end up a little bit proactive sometimes. Strangling Spores is nice. Just a little bit of removal. I don't really have any removal. I don't really want Rupture Spire in a 2-color deck. I like Sky Scanner because it's kind of a free roll sacrifice, but I think the removal effect is going to be more relevant. So let's just get hopeful and say we won't play this. But we have like a Dragon Egg, which is a free, kind of nice card to sack. Doom Dissenter. We just need like another couple Brawl Bash Ogres or other cards that let us sack stuff. Like the Ravenous, not Ravenous, is it called Ravenous Harpy? The 3-mana 1/2. Abnormal Endurance is also a kind of nice card to have with like Dragon Eggs and stuff. And Abnormal Endurance is also great with Gravedigger and Fell Spectre and Doom Dissenter. I think Abnormal Endurance is great in this deck. I wouldn't mind playing a second copy. Not really in the market for Stitcher Supplier. I think this pick is between Sky Scanner and Goblin Instigator. I think I'm going to take the Sky Scanner because it replaces itself, and I'm not an all-in aggro deck. Goblin Instigator does give 2 sacrifices, but Sky Scanner gives 1 sacrifice and replaces itself, which I think is a little bit better. So I'm going to take the Sky Scanner here over the 2-drop. I think I'd rather have a Doom Dissenter as a 2-drop. Ooh, Vampire Neonate is quite good. Even though I don't have any life gain synergies, it's just a 1-drop that I could sacrifice to something if I wanted to, really wanted to, but Mostly it just brick walls them on the ground and gives me a little bit of late game power. Another neonate. I'm pretty happy playing 2 of them. Late skilled animator. I don't really want a infernal scarring. I'm happy to play a couple neonates. Ooh, Macabre Waltz is a nice value card, but I already have a Gravedigger and a Graveyard Marshal to use my graveyard, so I think I'm just gonna take another Strangling Spores. Now I'll take the Basilisk. This pack went really well for me, I think. Now I just need to get like 1 more Doom Dissenter and then 1 more Sacrifice creature. Blood Divination is an interesting one. It's like a nice payoff for sacrificing stuff. I can sacrifice Doom Dissenter. I think I'm going to take it over 2-headed zombie. I mean, I do already have some 4-drops, but this card's pretty powerful. Tormenting Voice is also interesting, but I'm going to try the Blood Divination maybe. I haven't gotten to play with it yet. It could definitely be bad, but it has some power to be sure. Nightmare's Thirst, interesting card. I might take it and sideboard it. I don't have a ton of life gain in the deck. I have a couple of neonates to maybe make it do a little bit more. I don't love 2-headed zombie though. I'll take Child of Night. Maybe I wanted an aggressive matchup if they are beating me down. Duress is also a fine card, but I can probably get one of those. Yay, there's the Duress. I don't like Stitcher's Supplier. It's not horrific in my deck because I do have Graveyard Marshal, but it's still bad. Like, you don't really want that type of card. I need a couple more sacrifice effects. Epicure of Blood. It's a fine top-end card, especially with 2 Vampire Neonates. It's like a nice little package. Not really in the market for Gigantosaurus. Volcanic Dragon's a nice top-end guy. It's also the only like playable black or red card in this pack, so we'll take it. Don't really want another Blood Divination. We could just take a Viashino Pyromancer, but I don't really want to play that either. Take a Hired Blade. Let's take Hired Blade. It's like the least bad card in the pack. The rest of them are pretty junky. Don't really want another Blood Divination. Don't really want the Pyromancer. I'm not all in on aggro. More of a grindy value deck that's got some sacrifice synergies or like death synergies if my creatures die to like one of my 2 sac effects. Another Brawl Bash Ogre would be great. As would another Doom Dissenter, I think. Epicure of Blood plus Vampire Unit is a kind of nice little late game win condition. Escape Shift. I don't think it's worth anything. Yeah, not worth anything. Suspicious Bookcase is a pretty good blocker, but I already have a couple of Vampire Neonates, so I think I'm just going to take Strangling Spores as another removal. My curve is pretty high. Oh, let's see. What's my curve look like? I like Volcanic Dragon a decent amount, but it is so expensive that I don't see myself using it all that much, so I think I want another Abnormal Endurance. It just got some good synergies with my cards. Volcanic Dragon is just too expensive for me to use reliably. Now I'll hate draft a Pegasus Courser. Right now, this is our deck with these 2 cards in it, but we really just want to cut those 2 cards. I guess we could play Fire Elemental. Act of Treason wouldn't be horrific to get. I don't think we've seen one. It's one of the payoffs being in this deck. If you get enough sack triggers, of course, which we don't really have that part of it. Another Dragon Egg or a Doom Dissenter. I like the Dragon Egg. Really makes it hard to attack you on the ground. Doom Dissenter is a good card, though. I'll take the Dragon Egg. The flyer that the dragon egg makes is actually kind of scary. So now we can kind of Nightmare's Thirst. Havoc Devils is fine. We have a bunch of cheap drops. We don't need the Child of Night. Ooh, Plague Mare. I like Plague Mare. That's a good one. Nice to get 8th pick. I mean, yeah, Hired Blade can leave the deck now. Don't like Horror. I guess we'll take Tormenting Voice. So we didn't get a ton of payoffs for like our little sacrifice sub theme. Another Duress. This will take Smelt. Hopefully we draw Brawl Bash Ogre a lot. And I think Blood Divination is going to be one of our better cards. Huh. So I think our deck is fine, but nothing special. Because we didn't get another... We needed one more sack outlet for it to be good, I think. But who knows? I haven't played this archetype before. I think I needed one more Brawl Bash Ogre or a Ravenous Harpy or even a Thud probably would have been fine. Like, it would probably have been... Like, Thud doesn't really work with Dragon Egg all that well. I think this is going to be fine, though. I don't think we want any of these cards. Don't want Child of Night. Don't really want the Fire Elemental. Yeah, let's just run it like this. And go 10-7. So we do have 2 double red cards. We have a double black 2-drop. But yeah, 10-7 seems fine. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. We really do need double red, so we're going to cut it for a mountain. 9/8, like a bit risky because we do have a couple double black cards, but we have 2 double red cards. Hopefully this deck plays out a little bit better than it looks. We have some solid synergies. This is a keeper. It has a lot of expensive-ish cards, but it has Brawl Bash Ogre, which is one of our necessary cards, and it also there's a 71% chance that we'll hit our 3rd land. That's the odds. I've looked it up multiple times. So opponent looks to be playing a black-white life gain deck. We hit our land, perfect, so we can slam this Inake Ogre. Start applying a little bit of pressure. Hopefully Plague Mare does some work. Please land. Perfect. I'm going to play Brawl Bash Ogre, and then I'll probably just start strangling Sporzing stuff. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to attack with Brawl Bash Ogre, and no, play Havoc Devils. And then I can just keep attacking with this thing. Oh dear. Hmm. So 3, but then hit him for 5, he goes to 9. I'm taking 8 down, going down to 3. That guy's not attacking anytime soon. Well, Demon really wrecks me, especially when it has Vigilance in to +2/+2. Yup. And I'll scoop it up. Okay, do I have any cards that can punish the Demon? No, I do not. I'm just going to hope to get a little bit, not luckier, but I have to have a little bit, have my opponent not do that to me. I think my deck's fine the way it is. We will keep. I needed an active treason for that type of thing. That would have given me a nice clean out. Yeah, Paranate's a good little card. Plague Mare could be good here. Swamp. We're not going to greed, we're just going to take the clean 2 for 1. That was a good draw. This guy can't be blocked by white creatures, so we'll hit him for 2. Fell Spectre. Leonin War Leader, oh my god. Oh gosh, he's going to get some tokens. That's unfortunate. He has a lot of good cards in his deck. His deck is great. Gosh darn it, I can't beat that card. I can't beat night thing on it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh no, I meant to play Gravedigger. Oh, that was a misclick. Wow, I really can't punish this demon at all. That is game, I think. I just don't have a way to kill it. I'll play it out. There's no reason not to, I guess. He just has these two rares that I basically can't beat in a million years. I can Strangling Spores, Jump, and Drain, but that doesn't do much. I just can't beat a 6/6 flyer with my cards. Not the greatest matchup. Just kind of got destroyed. He has War Leader and Demon. Jeez. This is a great deck. And we will scoop it up. Unfortunate there. Huh. But it was kind of interesting. Our deck was fine, I think. It wasn't horrible, but we didn't have a hard removal spell, so we lost to people putting auras on creatures. That's what happens. I only had Strangling Spores. But anyway, that is going to do it for this draft video. I know it may have been short, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe to get updates for whenever I post new content. And if you have any questions or comments about the draft or the gameplay, be sure to leave them in the comment section down below. Also, let me know if you prefer the competitive draft leagues. I mean, they do have the potential to be super sweet, super good matches, and they are higher stakes, but there is also the potential to have shorter draft videos. So let me know which one you prefer in the comment section down below, and I will try to accommodate you folks. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.